At my niece's baptism in that grand old cathedral in Seattle, with the scent of incense hanging heavy and the guests buzzing over cake and forced smiles, my sister locked eyes with me across her champagne glass and sneered. "You're just jealous because I've got it all." I smiled back, cool as ice, and said, "Really? Then let me remind you, I'm her legal guardian now." The room froze, every whisper dying out. But getting to that razor-sharp moment took a full year of bottled-up rage, a betrayal that cut deeper than any knife, and a revenge that reshaped me into someone I barely recognized. My name is Emily, and I've always been the fixer in the family, the one who absorbs the blows without flinching. Growing up in the rainy suburbs of Seattle, I learned quick that there were the golden children and the ones who held everything together. My older sister, Sarah, was the golden one, always landing on her feet no matter how many messes she made, while I was the shadow, quietly cleaning up behind her. At 32, I work as an accountant for a mid-sized tech firm downtown, crunching numbers in a cubicle that overlooks the Puget Sound. It's steady, reliable work. And my one-bedroom apartment in Capitol Hill is nothing fancy, but it's paid for with my own sweat, no handouts. No drama. Or at least, that's what I told myself. Until I realized how much of my life had Sarah's fingerprints all over it. Especially my bank statements. Sarah had a daughter, Lily, who just turned 4. No one knew who Lily's dad was. Sarah spun tales like a pro, depending on who was listening. One day, he'd be a tech entrepreneur who'd ghosted her after a startup flop, another, a barista with dreams who'd moved to Portland. Truth was, it was probably some fleeting hookup she regretted by dawn. But Lily? She was pure light, those big, curious eyes. Her infectious giggle. The way she'd curl up against me during story time. From the day she was born. I was hooked. And that love came with a steep bill I paid without question. Formula. Clothes. Pediatrician copays. Preschool tuition. I'd shelled out thousands over the years, calling it just helping out. When Sarah got fired from her gig as a barista, claiming it was unfair scheduling, though her coworkers whispered about sticky fingers from the tip jar, I covered her rent. When her old Honda broke down, I co-signed on a new lease. When Lily's health insurance lapsed because Sarah forgot the renewal forms, I footed the bills out of pocket. I did it all, biting my tongue, because that's who I was, Emily the Rock. Emily the ATM. Emily the silent supporter. Our mom, Margaret, turned a blind eye to it all. In her world, Sarah was the brave single mom battling the odds. And her screw-ups? Just bumps in the road from bad luck. Never her endless shopping binges, late-night parties, or parade of boyfriends who crashed on her couch and dipped into her wallet or mine. Indirectly. Blood is thicker than water, Mom would say whenever I'd vent about the strain. You don't have a family of your own yet, Emily. What else is your money for? The truth? It was for my dreams, a down payment on a house in the suburbs. A retirement fund that didn't rely on Social Security alone. Maybe even a solo trip to Europe where I wasn't playing chauffeur to Sarah's court appearances or watching Lily while she recharged with a girls' weekend in Vegas. But those felt selfish next to Lily's wide-eyed needs. So I kept the transfers coming, ignoring Sarah's Instagram posts of fancy brunches while she texted me please for just $200 for Lily's new shoes. Years ticked by too. Then 3, and nothing shifted except my growing exhaustion and shrinking savings. The dam finally cracked over something small, as these things often do. Sarah wanted me to spot her $500 for a networking event in LA, code for another party binge. I said no, citing my own mounting bills and a promotion I was gunning for at work. That's when the mask slipped, revealing the Sarah I'd always sensed lurking underneath, not the victim, but the viper who knew exactly how to strike at my insecurities. But I'm jumping ahead. to grasp how I ended up in that cathedral. Legal papers burning a hole in my purse. Watching my family's illusion shatter. You need the night it all ignited. It was Sarah's birthday bash at Mom's cozy bungalow in West Seattle. The kind of place still cluttered with faded photos from our childhood and the faint echo of Dad's old arguments before he bailed when we were teens. I showed up at 6:45 sharp. Arms loaded with a high-end learning kit for Lily, the sort with interactive apps for letters and shapes. I'd pored over reviews, wanting to give her every edge in a world that didn't hand out second chances easily. But in our family, good intentions were just setups for punches. The crew was all there, Mom fussing over her famous lasagna in the kitchen. Sarah's latest fling. Jake, a mechanic who worked sporadically, lounging on the couch. A few of Sarah's bar buddies giggling in the corner. And Sarah herself, already 2 cocktails deep, holding court like royalty. Emily's here, Sarah crowed, her voice laced with that boozy charm. Our savior arrives with gifts. Bet it's something practical. I set the wrapped box down. And Lily toddled over, eyes sparkling at the ribbon. Not yet. Sweetie, Sarah snatched it away, shaking it dramatically. Let me guess, educational junk to turn my kid into a mini Emily. Boring as hell. Her friends chuckled. Jake snorted into his beer. Mom yelled that dinner was up soon. It's a STEM toy, I murmured. Helps with early learning. Figures, Sarah cut in, flinging it aside. That's so you. No wonder you're flying solo, guys want spark. Not spreadsheets. The laughter swelled. Even from Jake, who'd met me twice. I stood there, clutching the wine I'd brought, feeling like that awkward teen again. Forever eclipsed by Sarah's glow. At least she brought booze, one friend quipped. Emily's got the good taste. Yeah, 'cause she doesn't blow it on kids, Sarah fired back. No diapers. No daycare. Must be nice living like a queen. The irony burned like acid. I'd bought Lily's diapers for months. Covered preschool when Sarah couldn't swing it. But calling her out? That'd be stirring the pot, as Mom always put it. Dinner dragged on like torture. Every chat looping back to my flaws, my single status, my dull job, my supposed lack of mom vibes. Sarah dominated, spinning yarns about her heroic single mom life. How dating was a minefield. How society shamed her choices. But I'd do it all again, she declared, hoisting her third glass. Lily completes me. Some folks, her gaze pierced mine, will never get that bond. Mom nodded sagely. Nothing beats a mother's love. Exactly, Sarah piled on. I pity Emily sometimes. All that heart. Nowhere to pour it. So she throws cash at toys and calls it love. But it's about soul. Not dollars. Connection. Family. Meaning. I have meaning, I snapped. Sharper than planned. The table hushed. Sarah's eyes gleamed with malice. Oh yeah? Like what? Balancing books. You're 32. Holed up in that lonely condo, doing grunt work any intern could handle. Think buying my kid stuff makes you matter? Makes you family? I think funding her basics does, I retorted before I could stop. Forks clinked, Jake fidgeted, Mom's plate rattled. Then Sarah's laugh sliced through cold. Venomous. Lily glanced up. Worried. There she is, Sarah mocked. Saint Emily wants a trophy for basic family duty. Got a ledger of every cent. Send the bill, add interest. Sarah, Mom cautioned weakly. No. Mom, she needs this. Emily thinks she can buy into my daughter's world. But truth bomb. Sis, you're jealous. Jealous I have real life, a kid who adores me. Purpose beyond pencil pushing. She waved grandly. Everyone sees it. You waltz in with judgment and gifts. Looking down 'cause I hit rough patches. But I'm alive, risking. Loving. Human. You're hollow. Hollow. The word landed like a gut punch. Was that me, an empty vessel, filled only by their demands? I rose slowly, folding my napkin precisely. Happy birthday, Sarah. Hope life gives you what you've earned. As I headed to my car, Mom trailed, pleading, don't be touchy, booze talks. But booze doesn't invent cruelty, it just unleashes it. In my car, hands steady on the wheel, a switch flipped. If I was the villain in their narrative, fine, I'd own it. Little did I know, Sarah would gift wrap the ammo. A week later, I swung by Mom's for my forgotten planner, the one with all my work notes. It was mid-afternoon on a Wednesday. Mom's car was there. And so was Sarah's beat-up SUV. I almost bailed. But that planner was gold. Letting myself in with my spare key, I called out, no answer. Voices drifted from the kitchen, hushed and scheming. Mom and Sarah, plotting like old conspirators. Gotta lock it in legally, Sarah whispered. Once it's papered, she'll keep paying, no choice. My fingers froze on the planner by the door. Instinct kicked in. Years of auditing taught me to document everything. I hit record on my phone. Heart pounding. I don't know. Dear, Mom hedged. Emily's given so much already. Pushing might backfire. Given? She doles it out to feel superior. If that's her fix, let's make it official. I chatted with my buddy from the coffee shop. She's studying law online. Says if we prove dependency, especially with Lily in the mix, a judge could order ongoing support. My blood iced. I flattened against the wall, phone capturing every damning word. But that's for ex-spouses, Mom protested faintly. Not just that, any case where a kid's welfare relies on patterns. Emily's bankrolled us for years. We've got transfers, receipts. It's like promissory estoppel or whatever. I've built my life around her cash. She can't yank it. What if she discovers? She won't. And if she does? She'd let Lily go hungry? Remember how she caved on those winter boots? Can't bear her precious niece suffering. A clink, Mom pouring coffee. Probably. Backup plan, Sarah added slyly. Remember I said I didn't know Lily's dad? Lie. It's Alex, in Tacoma now. Married with his own brood. He'd pay hush money to keep it buried. If Emily bolts, I'll recall Daddy dearest and shake him down unless he takes Lily. Emily'd freak. She loves that girl more than me. The casual admission, more than me, twisted my gut like a vice. But Mom's reply shattered me. You're clever, sweetie. Always one step ahead. Like your dad. Dad was a flake. I'm better. So, draft something? Frame it as Lily's trust fund. Emily'd lap it up. Whatever you need, I'm in your corner. They chuckled, actually chuckled, at squeezing me dry. And Mom, zip it around Jake, he's nosy about my spending. Last thing, him sniffing our setup with Emily. Family secret. Han, I'd heard plenty. I slipped out silently, ditching the planner. Consider it my final gift. In my car, I backed up the recording everywhere, clouds. Email. Study now. I pulled up my banking app, $52,000 transferred over 3 years. Plus the car loan. Untracked cash. That was my security. Funneled into Sarah's whims. Her words looped. She loves that girl more than me. She was right, I did. Enough to shield Lily from being a bargaining chip. I called out sick the next few days, diving into Washington state law, custody, guardianship, parental unfitness. Sarah thought love weakened me. She'd learn it forged weapons. First move, cut the cash flow cold. No taper. No heads up. When the first hit and no deposit pinged Sarah's account, my phone lit up like fireworks. 12 calls, 28 texts, escalating from forgot to Lily needs food, you monster. I ghosted them all. Each ignored ping fueling my fire. At work, focus sharpened. I nailed a big audit, earning a bonus. Amazing what clarity hits when you're not drowning in family crises. Day 3. Sarah banged on my door at 10 p.m., rattling the neighbors. I cracked it. Chain latched. "Where's my money?" she snarled. "Your money? News to me. Don't screw around. You always send it first of the month." Lily needs a mom who provides. Her eyes slit. "What's that mean?" "Means I'm prioritizing my future now." She barked a laugh. "What future? Alone at 32? Your only gig is work and us, and you're flunking half." My smile unnerved her. "If so, you won't miss me. You heartless bitch, this is about Lily. I adore Lily, which is why her mom should step up." Night. Sarah. I shut the door on her fury. She hammered until a neighbor yelled about cops. Morning brought mom's call, the guilt artillery. "Emily. What's this?" Sarah's devastated, no warning. Maybe overdue. Pause. Sarah's tough. But single parenting's brutal. Life's brutal. Mom, but others manage sans handouts. Family isn't handouts. You're our steady one. When do you last say you're proud? Brag about me like Sarah's resilience. It's different, she needs boosting. You don't. Everyone does. For more than wallets. Hurt feelings punishing a child? There, the pivot to Lily. Painting me black. It almost worked once. If Lily hurts, blame her mom's choices, not me. I'm done enabling. Enabling? Dramatic. Selfish, I didn't raise you this way. You raised me to erase myself. Self-preservation isn't selfish. Don't sass me. Emily Hayes. When you remember family, call. Till then, stay away. Click. I waited for regret, none came. Just freedom. Like shedding chains. That night, I rang my college pal. Laura. A paralegal. Need a family law shark, cost no issue. Your sister? Finally ditching the leech. More, petitioning guardianship for Lily. Whoa, that's nuclear. Sure. Thinking of Sarah's confession. The drained accounts. Lily's goodwill hand-me-downs amid Sarah's splurges. Dead sure. Document everything, texts. Spends. All. Way ahead. Sarah's last text. Think you're superior? You're a withered hag dying alone. I have love you zilch. Screenshot filed. Wrong. Sis, I had Lily's love. Worth fighting for. Laura hooked me up with Victoria Reyes, a powerhouse attorney with 2 decades tearing down bad parents in court. Her office screamed competence, sleek downtown views. I dumped my box of evidence. She dove in. 2 hours later, recordings gold. But need more for unfitness, neglect. Risk. CPS involved once. Lily left in hot car while Sarah bar hopped. Will pull records. Medical? Daycare. Only when I pay. Insurance lapsed. Pulled from preschool for late pickups. Booze? Drugs? Heavy drinking. Shady guys. Plan set. Third-party custody petition. Proving my bond via support. Sarah's failings. Mom fight? Irrelevant unless witness, and recording kills that. We built the case brick by brick. My wounds driving every step. The silence from blocking them was golden. But whispers spread, family texting I'd abandoned Sarah. I ignored, they laughed at her jabs. Enabled her free ride. Let them stew. Victoria's update, CPS investigating, neighbors. Daycare interviews. Good. Very serious traction. Recording hints fraud, pushback could mean charges. From drained victim to avenger. I felt alive. Whatever for Lily. Court loomed. The King County Courthouse was a cold beast echoing halls. Stern faces. I arrived early in my sharp gray suit. Victoria at my side. Ready? Born for it. Judge Elena Torres presided. Eagle-eyed. Sarah sat opposite. In frumpy attire. Playing victim with her public defender. Mom glowered from the gallery. Jake MIA. Proceedings rolled, my finances proving bond. Texts of pleas amid luxuries. CPS on neglect, hungry drop-offs, solo wanderings. The recording played, Sarah's voice damning her love shortfall. Objection overruled, one-party consent in common areas. Witnesses sealed it. Preschool head on tardies. Neighbor on hangovers. CPS on patterns. My testimony, not stealing, saving her from chaos. Cross, no kids? No training. Researched, provided while Sarah partied. Sarah's turn, tears. Struggles. But learning, recording vent. Friends vouch devotion. But cross-shredded them, no real oversight. Mom tanked, fumbling on schemes. Exposed on dad lies via P.I. digs. Hallway clash, Sarah hissed. You'll pay, Lily'll hate you. Better than your ruin. Verdict, child's interest, neglect pattern. Temporary custody to Emily. Supervised visits for mother. Classes. Job. Housing required. Sarah wailed, Mom raged. Victory tasted bittersweet, Lily safe. But at what cost? I fetched her from temp foster. Her hug mended cracks. Home with Auntie M? Forever sleepover. War ongoing. But I'd armored up. The baptism invite hit 3 months later, lavish card for Lily's christening at St. Patrick's. Reception at Mom's. Trap obvious. Sarah flunked requirements, boozy visits. No progress. Victoria, skip, provocation. But I went. Papers ready. Dressed Lily simply. Sarah's scent gown screamed tacky. See mommy. Briefly, I'm here. Cathedral packed. Stairs burned. Sarah preened in couture. New arm candy hovering. Mom intercepted. Gracious of you. For Lily. Ceremony. Priest on bonds. Sarah dabbed tears. Lily clung to me. Forced handoff tense. Reception. Excess. Towering cake. Bubbly. Sarah cornered me, sad. Stealing caused barren. Loved the responsibility bit. You're no mom, jealous. I smiled, yes, jealous of kicks. First C squandered. Quiet fell. But not courts. Tests. Nightmares. Handed papers, final custody, missed tests. Booze picks to judge. Glass shattered. Sarah lunged. Restrained. Chaos erupted. I left with Lily. Cops arrived fitting end to her show. News buzzed. Baptism brawl. Family split. Aunt Linda backed me. Knew Sarah's poison. Sarah's last plea. $15,000 sign rights. Vanish. $5K. Bus ticket, no contact till 18. She took it. Fled to Vegas. Mom begged fix your mess. A year on, Lily thrived in school. Art blooming. Mom showed humbled. Failed you, needed kneading. Sloth off. Boundaries firm. 5 years now, Lily's 9. Knows truths gently. Sarah's in Cali. Scheming anew. Mom and I, scarred piece. Me, transformed, not fixer, but whole. Revenge? Not destruction, building unbreakable from ruins. Love's price, high, but worth every scar.